Hello. I want to make an appeal to everybody in America. Not just the people who live here in Omaha, Nebraska. I want to talk about trust. Trust, to me, is the #1 issue in the 2010 election. Can we trust these elected representatives to do what they say? But more importantly, can we trust them to carry on the legacy of America, the America that we're founded as? America was built on honor, integrity, principles, character. We must, as people, look to their actions and not their words. I want you to watch this video, and then we'll talk more about trust.
What's the biggest difference between you and Lee Terry?
Well, right now I think it would be fiscal responsibility.
I've resisted the growth of government, particularly in health care.
He came out and said he was a limited government Republican, but when we see TARP bailouts, when he goes for the Cash for Clunkers program, he certainly has a belief that, bigger government and government solutions are really the right way to go.
I've seen the way Washington works. I see the way these agencies work.
You voted for the first bank bailout bill.
Yes.
Was that a mistake?
In hindsight, I don't think it's worked as it was supposed to. At the time, as you and I talked at the time, I really thought that the credit freeze was real.
Sometimes facts are stubborn things, and I would have voted against those things that he both either co-sponsored or voted for.
I don't think making me spend money that early. I don't think making me spend money that early. I don't think making me spend money that early and not have it for the general, or making people, have negative thoughts of me is helpful in any way.
There are people who are painting a negative picture of him. No, they aren't. Let's watch that again.
You voted for the first bank bailout bill.
Yes.
You made your own decisions. These are your decisions. We didn't make them, you made them. I can't trust you with my daughter's future because of stuff like this. Your voting record. You're so arrogant that you think this seat belongs to you and that you don't want anybody to challenge you. Hey, when I go apply for a job, there's always more than one candidate, is there not? That's the way the game works if you're going to play it. We elect people. They're elected representatives. You are not the king of Omaha 2nd District. Your refusal to debate this gentleman is no different than the healthcare debate, when overwhelming majority of Americans said, we don't want this, but yet they pushed it down our throats anyways.
At one point, the crowd filled all of Pennsylvania Avenue, from the White House to the Capitol.
Yes, we can.
The bill is passed.
Yes, we can.
There ain't no rule around here. We make them up as we go along.
We're done.
We have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Our government can't continue to spend money that we don't have.
Yes, we can.
We suffer from a fiscal cancer.
You voted for the first bank bailout bill.
Yes.
Your arrogance to not debate this gentleman, Matt Solosky, proves that you don't have the character. We need to judge the content of their character, and you, sir, lack the fortitude. I'm sorry to say this, but I believe in truth, dignity, honor, integrity. You have not shown me any of those qualities. It's important. Character matters. The arrogance of that comment right alone. You did vote for the bailouts. That's not negative. You voted for
the open promotion and acceptance of the most radical communism, leftist revolution, and militancy. In contrast, the Tea Parties are strongly patriotic, filled with a sea of American flags, each event starting with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, the national anthem, and often prayer. The events are filled with patriotic songs and expressions of gratitude to the police, the military, and those who protect us, and are also replete with references to the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Founding Fathers. Not here. There were a few flags, no pledge, no prayer, no national anthem. Instead, many participants were busy reading and passing along to one another the most extreme communist literature.
You voted to give these guys sanctuary. You also voted in 2003 to import foreign workers, which has led to the highest unemployment rate that I've seen in my lifetime. This right here.
The economy. It's a giant anvil on this table, and it's getting bigger every day. Right now, our unemployment is at 9.7%. National debt is at $13 trillion. Our unfunded liabilities are now at $108 trillion. $0.5 trillion this year. 40% of the federal government is now hiring, expanding, getting fatter and fatter and fatter, bringing in more and more people, while the engine of America, the private sector, only 28% of the private sector is hiring. Who's paying for all of the jobs that they're hiring in the government?
The truth. Some people don't like the truth. But it is what it is, and facts, like Matt said, are stubborn. What are we going to do about this? I know what I'm going to do. God gave me free will. The founders gave us the Constitution. I'm going to go vote for Matt Solosky. Because of his principles and because of his track record. And because maybe it's time that Lee Terry steps down to...
Lee Terry pledges a term limit of just 6 years.
Moves aside and lets somebody else have a try. Because you're not doing a very good job based on your track record. That's all we're saying. I can't trust you. I can't trust you. I can't trust you with this. And I can't trust you with this. I'm disappointed in your decisions. I will not continue to support this behavior. I don't believe after 12 years that you're going to change to a non-spending kind of guy. There's many things you voted on that us conservatives and constitutionalists don't believe in. Character matters. I'm going to leave you with this parting note. On May 11th, go out and vote your heart, vote principles.
We, as Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in the past, to do whatever needs to be done to preserve this last and greatest bastion of freedom. In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you fight? Fight against that? No! We will run, and we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run, and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds, many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!